What's going on? We got a good Sunday finest for you today. We're going to talk about the coronavirus. We got an introduction, we got some facts, and we got a little more of the stuff that they probably not telling you. But we ain't gonna say expose it all. We gonna let y'all know what y'all need to know about the virus versus what they ain't telling us about the virus, plus what's coming on next. Cause it's all phases. This plan, and I got my ultimate co-host with me again, Mr. Kelvin.
All right, what's up? What's up, family? I want to say shalom to you. Shalom is a Hebrew word meaning hello and peace to you. My name is Kelvin, and some people will call me religious. I'm not religious. I am a truth seeker, and that's what I do. I research and I seek out the truth. Every fact that I found out, or everything that I've found out, every research that I've done, it all leads back to one thing: the scriptures of the Bible. Everything leads back to that. I just want to tell you, do not believe one word that I say. Nobody ever believe nothing that I say. Do your own research. All right, let's get into it.
And make sure y'all like, subscribe, download, and tell a friend. Talk That Shit podcast on all podcast platforms and social media. Instagram, Facebook. Give you details towards the end. Y'all can send us some comments. Y'all can send us some questions. So, this coronavirus that was eluded to the world late last year. We in the first day of March now. And all these new developments, how they popping on TV, news articles popping up. People saying, people doing. But we going to give you some facts, background, and some intros on this coronavirus that was it created? Well, I say it was created in a laboratory, maybe. Because all this stuff, Ebola and bird flu, and
it was absolutely created in a laboratory, and I do have proof that it was created in a laboratory. Yes, sir, because it's got an American company that has the patent to the coronavirus. And anybody who makes a cure or a vaccine first have to make the pathogen. Pathogen means the killer part, the bad part, to figure out how to stop it. I've got proof to it. It's an American company that has the patent to the coronavirus. And the name of the company is, give me a second. I'm an old man. I need my glasses. Let's see here.
Just need the glasses to make sure we read the facts the right way. That way we don't misscrew no words. So say, facts.
Right. The name of the American company is Pure Bright Institute, and they have the patent to the coronavirus. And the patent number is US 101-30701B2. Check it out. Do your research for yourself and prove me a liar.
And that's that COVID-19 / the other one, since they have two different coronaviruses, as they say, but no cure or vaccination, which the American people, not me, not Mr. Kelvin, the American people's president says a pharmaceutical company is going to come up with something tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got we're going to charge you for it. We're going to spend how much, Mr. Kelvin?
$1.2 billion to develop a vaccine for the coronavirus. And I remind you, a vaccine is not a cure. A vaccine just covers it.
Something to get you through it. That way you can shake the shakes and your nose ain't going to run as much. It might save the cough.
Yeah.
But they still don't want to say, if it's airborne. They talking about it, but they don't want to talk about if it's airborne.
Right.
people in contact with it, they don't know they're in contact, or they don't even know they had a virus. So they could be carriers. Mm-hmm. Your immune system might be high, so you can carry the virus. But if you cough or sneeze, and I inhaled your sneeze or your cough, my immune system low, I'm gonna get sick.
You're gonna get sick. And not only that, this is actually stronger than most of the flus and the viruses, even the bird flu and some of these other viruses that's been out there. This is stronger because it can last on a table or on your sleeve or on anything, on a glass. It can last for 9 days. It can live and still affect you. And you can carry it for up to 21 days and not have any symptoms. So for 21 days, everybody you meet, you've been giving this disease to. For 21 days and not have any symptoms, then all of a sudden you get sick. Yes, sir.
21 days.
For 21 days. It was 14 days, but now it's 21 days.
So and up to days because they don't know how fast it's actually being transmitted or pushed out.
Right.
So they gave you 7 more days. So you could be sick a whole month and you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Until you start exhibiting signs and symptoms. Then they say stay at home. They don't know. They don't want you to freak out if you start coughing and sneezing. Yeah. Oh, don't think it's your coronavirus. Stay at home. Oh, so you want to stay at home and die.
Yeah, so don't run to the hospital.
Don't run to the hospital.
Even with like that doctor who was in the hospital, that doctor from China who was working in the hospital, and in the hospital, he still died because he tested. If a doctor working with this virus, he's going to test himself every day. So soon as his test came back positive, he started getting treatment for it. And he still died. So why would you stay at home for 3 days and wait till you can't hardly breathe before you decide to go to the hospital? It's already too late.
And infecting anybody that's coming around you for 3 days, which they ain't going to find out for 21 days if they sick also.
That's right. So that's crazy. You telling me crazy stuff. Make it make sense. Oh, make it make sense, oh.
And that's the name of the podcast. Make it make sense. That's why we here. That's why we here. We need to. We know what's common sense. Know what's idiot sense, but make it make sense. You giving us the facts. We looking at giving us y'all facts. We should say
right.
And we research, so therefore, see that the internet could be a tool of the devil.
Yes,
and guess what? They can put what they want on there too, but we just take out the facts that we need out of it.
Absolutely. The way I use the internet is because it's everything you look up, and you use a search engine. Let's say if I look up Chevrolets, 57 Chevrolet cars. Well, you look that up and it'll give you everything that's on the internet about 57 Chevrolet cars. Now, if you go through and it's got 100 on these things talking about 57 Chevrolet cars, and you got another, and out of that 100, 10 of them said, no, it's not a 57, it's actually a 56. Well, you kind of throw away them 10 and go with the 90. You kind of use the 90 as truthful and the 10 is wrong.
See you later.
That's how you got to research. You take in all information, and what makes sense, and what don't. And look at all 100 of those videos, or read all 100 of those writings, and if 10 don't make sense, you got to throw that away and go with the 90. That's how research is done.
So why do you think they resurfaced this virus at this point? Let's see, how would I word at this point where we at with this presidential debate campaign coming up in November, with the economy $72 trillion in debt, but you want to spend $2 billion. You couldn't get the wall built, so you want to spend the money on the vaccine. Or we're going to work on something that's not going to cure you, which is uncurable. Not going to cure you, it's going to give you something just to, I guess I ain't gonna be sniffling tomorrow, but everybody else that's at work sick, and that's gonna make me sicker if you give me a vaccine. Because it's like with the flu, they give you the flu shot, and then if your body is strong enough, it fights the flu out.
Yeah,
and it come back on you harder when you get the shot.
Right, because this coronavirus is actually derived from the common cold. The coronavirus is part of the common cold. It's just a super strong version of the common cold of the flu. That means you can get it over and over, and you can get different strands of it. Even when if you just get over this strand of coronavirus, you can walk outside and meet somebody with another strand of coronavirus. You can get that one and be just as sicker. You can get that one the same freaking day you just got over the other one. Just like the common cold, you get over the cold today, and you get with somebody tomorrow who's got a different strand of the cold, you can get it. The coronavirus is part of the common cold family. So you can get it over and over. There's no cure for the common cold. You can only fight the symptoms. There's no cure for the coronavirus. There will never be a cure for the coronavirus. You can only get a shot for the symptoms. Talk to me, O.
Keep it at bay. Oh yeah. So all the 60,000 people or the people they in quarantine in China, all encountered the coronavirus. Some of them not sick, some of them sick. So you keep y'all away from the people that's okay, but we don't even know if they're okay because it's starting to surface in the United States now.
Yeah,
we got one case. No RIP to the person, Washington State. They was infected with the coronavirus and died. The first one they ain't gonna tell us how many actually, but the first one that they actually announced. So if it's over here, it says something about Oregon and California too.
Yeah.
Now all these different cases popping up. Just as Mr. Kelvin said, you could have 14 days then, now it's 21. So these people have been coming in encounter with somebody or something, or maybe somebody been having the virus, just dropping the virus off. Is it airborne, Mr. Kelvin? Or how is it could be transmitted? Or
when you say airborne, that means if somebody. See, most people think airborne means it's like it's just already in the air, or it's like dust in the air. But if you're in a mall and somebody sneezes, mall pretty much a closed system. They reuse the air just like they do on an airplane. They reuse the air that's in there. So if you sneeze in the mall, well, that can float around and it can land on the railing. It can land on your clothes. It can land in your eye, or you can sniff it up your nose. And it can land on these things and last for 9 days. So it is contagious for 9 days on inanimate objects. Yes, that is airborne. I don't know why they won't come out and say it. That is airborne. If it can survive for 9 days on any surface, it is airborne and it's contagious for 9 days. Now, and you can be walking around with it for 21 days and passing it along to other people. Because if you sneeze and you're not even sick, don't even have a fever, but if you sneeze or cough, you just spread it out again. Every little droplet that come out of your body can spread it to somebody else.
Because it sits on a surface.
It can sit on a surface.
You touch it with your hand.
Yeah.
Touch stuff. Because you touch inanimate objects with your hand, then you rub your face, germs.
Yeah. It's alive and well.
Open pores. You just allow things to get inside your body.
It's alive and well. I wanted to say a couple of things about this coronavirus. It's got a guy named Dean Koontz who wrote a novel back in 1981, 40 years ago. He predicted something called a Wuhan 400 virus. Where did this virus start? Wuhan, China. His name is Dean Koontz, Koontz. he wrote a novel 41 years ago talking about the Wuhan 400, which was a virus, a man-made virus that they put out to control the population of the world.
He's a damn good author too.
Yeah.
I read a few of Dean Koontz's books.
Yes.
And he predicted it 40 years ago.
40 years ago. 1981, he put out a book.
Year I was born in, he wrote a book to predict what's happening 40 years later.
Yeah.
Which means he probably had some intelligence, some insight, or as most things, they've probably been working on that stuff for years and years. Like the internet and things they spoon feed us because we behind.
Right.
In the U.S., we behind where we at. Everybody else ahead of us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, eat a little bit of that. Eat a little bit of that. Oh, well, guess what? Here go that virus. What virus? Oh, I told you about that. That's that COVID-19.
Yeah.
But you don't see none of the news people with masks on their face while they're reporting it, do you?
Right.
Donald Trump said he got 64 million masks. The most in the world. But he ain't distributing them. He ain't distributing them to nobody. What you got all the masks for?
You got 64
That's for your people.
You got 64 million masks, but you got 375 million people in the country. What the hell is 64 million gonna do?
You short, and you got the U.S. Treasury at your hands, Donald.
You're short.
You need to get some more. You need to put them in the mail. But no, don't send it to me in the mail. You might be trying to send me. Oh yeah, here go put this mask on. The coronavirus inside
Already
the
in the mask.
Already in the mask. I put it on my face and now I'm gone. What happened to him? Oh, coronavirus.
Yeah. Don't brag to me, Donald, until you got 375 million masks.
And I know you can get them.
You know you can get them.
No,
you make them here. You know you can get them. Making them and distribute them is two different things. To deliver 375 million masks should take months.
They should be already out. If anything, like if they got this virus, if it's hitting like it's hitting, everybody should have one, just in case. Oh, it might not even come to Baton Rouge, Zachary, Mississippi, and the other rural areas, but they still need it too.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're breathing. And
if you're breathing, or if you go to the mall, if you go to work.
If you're going anywhere where this could potentially be somebody that could be sick.
You can go anywhere that somebody, let's say I'm passing through town. I'm a big city philanthropist, big city money man, and I pass through town and I stop at the corner store.
Or ride down the street with your windows
down.
And
I got the coronavirus. Walk down the aisle and I cough. Well, everything on that aisle is contagious. Everybody that come in that store for the next 9 days done been exposed to the coronavirus.
And they probably ain't cleaning it with Lysol and disinfecting things to kill germs or anything. So
Right.
next night, kids, women, the people that own the store, everybody in that bitch sick.
And now, everybody who came in that store over the last 9 days went home to their families. And everybody they went to, the kids went to school, gave it to the whole school. Daddy went to work, gave it to everybody at work. Mom went to work, gave it to everybody at her job. You see how easy this can go? How really bad this can go? I often...
And then those people branching off from mom, dad, and the kids and the school, and they going around whole different surroundings and passing it to everybody else.
So anybody from the highest to the lowest, this disease don't have no discrimination.
Gender, color,
Nothing.
age,
Nothing.
looks,
Nothing.
money, don't care.
Don't care how
They
much
want
money
you.
you got.
If they want you, I mean, even if it don't want you, if you just happen to be in the wrong place, the wrong time scenario, you walk in the store, you might not exhibit no symptoms.
Right.
You know, they cough and they say, don't go to the hospital if you feel a cough. Well, hey, this ain't no normal cough. You know, I'm pretty sure the coronavirus, it says set like the flu. Mm-hmm. I mean, but then people have the flu, they get the coughing and they get a verdict cough. Oh, I can't take cough because you ain't cough so much. All your throat dry, your mouth hurt, your head feel like somebody hit you with a bat.
If you actually take a look at yourself and see how many times you sneeze and don't have a cold. Just a little speck of dust can get in your nose and make you sneeze. And you ain't sick at all. You don't have a cold. You don't have nothing. Boy, what if you have the coronavirus and one of them specks that does trigger a sneeze, and you at home or at the store or in your car, anywhere, and you can release it. And everybody who come in contact with it don't have to come in contact with you. It can come in contact with it, and they spread it all the way around. So,
because you say it sits on surfaces, so like if
right.
you're in the car and you sneeze, it's gonna sit there anyway.
Right.
Anybody get in it, it mean the heat outside could warm up, the air conditioning could enhance it a little bit, and you be sitting there and not know you clear your throat, and that could be the first sign of okay, something ain't right. Because how many people clear their throat today? You know,
yeah,
they say my throat dry.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be the coronavirus or anything. You know, things they say.
Right.
What is that? Why my throat itching? No, I don't go to the hospital. You all right? Oh, so you want me to stay at home and die? That sounds like population control to me. Oh, don't go to the hospital. You gonna infect everybody in there. Well, I ain't gonna sneeze in there. If I can help, give me a mask. And then if you sneeze in the mask, then you inducing it back to yourself, right?
Well,
or it's not gonna be as bad.
You already got that strand. You already got that strand. If you sneeze in the mask, you already got that strand.
So you just helping the people that's outside of you, not transmitting it.
Not transmitting, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the other strand of it, is it stronger, or they work hand in hand, or it depends on which one you get first?
Right, it works hand in hand. A virus a virus is changing all the time, and turning to different strands. Let's say it's got a strand here in Baton Rouge that they got a vaccine for to kind of help control it, because like I said, there's no cure for it. But in Texas, this strand that has been circulating around people is different. Which the strand that I get is going to be different than the strand that you get in minute ways. We're never going to have the same strand. Even if I get it from you, my body's going to attack it in different ways than what your body has. So we got two different strands right there, but in very minute ways. Now, what they're talking about is you got some that's so different till you could walk out the door and get another strand from somebody else. That has been around a few times. Every time it's transmitted to a different host, it changes. It changes. So you go to about 4 or 5 hosts in, you got a totally different strand of the same virus. Yeah.
Would that make that strand stronger?
Yes,
and
every
like
time, because it's being attacked by different things, and it's making, if it survived the attack, it's going to be stronger because it survived the attacks. It's the reason why they say
the host important. The person that gets the host to transfer it or to be able to carry it to somebody, or like you say, the sneeze or the touch stuff, or how many people actually wipe stuff and don't even use disinfectant and things.
Right.
You seen them on back of the Lysol can? They got the SARS coronavirus in it.
Yeah. Well, they said that it can.
Now that's a different type. Now, and then, like when you said the 2 types now, and then you say the 5 with different people that you're around, different if you go outside. But in there it says type 1. So how is that type 1 versus this is a low strand of Lysol? We got this in Lysol. Right. People spray this stuff in their house for disinfectant, colds, flu, that keep people from getting infected.
That's what they're talking about. When they say type 1 is for colds and flus. That's what it's saying. And coronavirus, technically, is a cold. So it's just another way to make money. They charge you an extra $1 for that can when they ain't did nothing different. They just put a writing on there for type 1 coronavirus. Coronavirus is a cold. It's all about money. Everything about money. All these people want is your money.
So when they make a vaccine, they're going to make a vaccine and then charge us for the vaccine.
Yeah, and the American government, which means you and me, everybody who pay taxes, everybody who buy any damn thing in this country, we done paid them $1.2 billion we paid the pharmaceutical companies, who are already the richest people in the damn world, we done paid them $1.2 billion to develop a vaccine for the coronavirus, and when they develop that vaccine, they're not going to give it to you free. They're going to charge you for it.
On top
And you
of
just
they making money
paid
off
for it.
cancer. On top of the money they make off cancer patients and AIDS patients and that. Should have got me a job as a pharmaceutical person. Shit, hey. You charge people arms and legs for everything. Look, oh, we got a disease coming out next week. What?
Yeah.
Disease next week?
Well, I'm sorry,
We
brother.
got no vaccines.
They're not going to let us in on that kind of
they ain't gonna hire no brothers.
No,
anyway,
they ain't gonna let us in on that kind of money. Now, what they'll do is they'll exploit us with one of these brilliant chemists who graduated top of their class from MIT or certain different colleges. They would bring us in and pay us a salary to help them, but for us being able to be an owner, no.
That's how the rich stay rich. Got to keep it in the family.
Absolutely.
All of them kin.
They all can.
We have any past references of these other viruses, such as the coronavirus, throughout history that they kind of threw on people? Because I know in some of the biblical times, we could say that God showed, where y'all favor these people on earth, but you know what? Y'all fleed away from me. So I'm going to show y'all the locusts, the river, the blood coming from the sky, the fire. What's that? Brimstone. Yeah, brimstone. So throughout time, God has showed different ways, but this is not of God. This is of man.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that at all. God can use a donkey. He can make rocks cry out. He can use anything he wants to. He could use a man to deliver what he wanted to deliver. He controls all this. So I wouldn't say that it's man. Man own a patent to the coronavirus. He may not have wanted intentionally to put it out. Or he did want intentionally to put it out. But it never did get put out until God said, okay, let him put it out. Let him make it. Let him own a patent to it. Because he could have kept all that information hidden from man until he wanted it out.
Oh, and dropped it, and then that could have been the person that died, and nobody would have knew nothing about it. Because he tried to tell the people about the virus. And he ended up, the guy was testing himself.
Yeah. Every doctor who work in the hospital. Let's say every doctor who works in the hospital who has an epidemic coming in. Now, this doctor in China, he seen that it was, hey, this is something different. He started running tests and he seen, hey, this is something different. This is not the bird flu. This is not the swine flu. This is something different. We need to put nip this in the bud before this get big. So every day he testing himself now because he been exposed to it. He testing himself and he telling people, hey, he went to his superiors and said, look, y'all need to check in on this here. Well, they set up a meeting for somebody to hire, and they tell him like, man, don't worry about that. We got this. So the doctor going, wait a minute, you don't have this. You don't. I'm just telling you about it. You don't have this. I gave you my notes, but you don't have this. You need to look at this. They arrest him for saying that. They arrest him, but he come out with the virus, so then they turn him loose, but put him in the hospital. And he on his phone in the hospital telling people, I'm trying to tell them, everybody need to protect themselves from this thing. This is not an ordinary disease. This is not an ordinary virus. He ended up dying when he could have had the best of care because he's a doctor. He knows exactly how to help himself. He's the first one to be able to get antibiotics. He's the first one to be able to know how to fight it. He's in the best place to know how to fight it. But he still dies.
And he's doing tests on himself, so he's learning more and more about the virus as it's prolonging. And he went and told them, hey, y'all need to look into this, or we got it. Because it was going to be a widespread, worse than what it... Well, where it started at, I think it's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse way before it get better.
Because with them charging for the vaccine, which they, like you say, cure just something to submit the symptoms and everything, but all the people that's gonna gravitate, that's gonna get it, it's gonna be like a damn lockdown. Oh, how many people been infected? Hey, they're gonna have us breathing in masks when we walk into places. Green, red. Get them out of here. No, look, don't breathe. You want to stop breathing?
Yeah.
They want you to stop breathing.
Yeah, listen, going into this coronavirus, if you got to understand, if it lasts 9 days on the surface and lasts 21 days in your body before you can even show symptoms, when a common cold lasts about 3 to 6 hours on the surface, and it may take you 12 hours to incubate before you start showing symptoms. This is like 5 times stronger, or for last 5 to 10 times longer than the common cold or the flu. Yes, it's going to be that much worse. And they can't stop the common cold. They can't even stop the common flu. How in the hell are they going to stop this super bug called the coronavirus?
That's consuming thousands of people. And 20, well, the number is 2,700 so far, which they report, I would say.
Yeah, they're reporting something like that.
The
like numbers
said,
that they give out.
How they going to stop something that's a super bug? You're right. Something that's, once you infected 14 to 21 days, besides people you come around, you possibly could die from it.
Yeah.
Shut down your immune system.
Yeah. Shut down your breathing.
Your respiratory. Just like the flu, pneumonia, but 10, 15 times worse. Because it's going to consume, like you say, common cold, 3-4 hours. When they just give you something, you take some medicine or whatever, it's going to stop you from exalting your mucus and everything. But that stuff there, and it targets your respiratory system. They make something that's going to target your respiratory system. Oh, you know what? I'm going to stop them from breathing from the inside. From the inside. It shut their lungs down.
Yeah, check out these big cities. They always have a problem with air problems. They always have air pollution problems. First of all, you can't breathe now. You got all this pollution in there. You can barely breathe that. And now all of a sudden you got coronavirus on top of that. Well, you can't breathe at all.
You can't do it like that. Then added additional travel bans also to Iran and increased level 4.
Yeah. Level 4 travel ban is the highest level travel ban you can get from the United States government. A level 4 travel ban means don't take your ass over there because you may not make it back and we're not coming to get you. That's what level 4 travel ban means. And they got level 4 travel bans to Iran, to Italy, which is Rome, the same damn thing, and to South Korea. Matter of fact, they got the United States soldiers that's on the ships. They can't come back to the United States for 14 days, and they can't get off the ship and go to South Korea for 14 days.
So they're stuck in limbo.
They stuck in limbo. And all of the U.S. soldiers that's in South Korea, protecting South Korea from North Korea, well, they stuck on a base in quarantine. Yes, sir.
So the people that died from the coronavirus, Mr. Kelvin, what you think they do with the bodies, or do they do them like zombies, stack them up and put them somewhere, or they dig holes and just stick them in there because they're infected one, put it back in the ground, or
I don't know.
I hope they wouldn't put that shit in the air, because if you got to, I mean, then we really know what's happening. Oh, what y'all burning? Oh, that's coronavirus virus. What? No, you want to put that shit somewhere else. You want to put the suit on, go take it somewhere else. I mean, and in Italy, you told me they have more cases than Wuhan, China, and the United States, but lesser people in the way.
Well, Italy have the number two amount of cases. You need a pat on the back, bro? You all right?
Pat that baby on the back. The baby got a burp. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, yo.
Ooh, boy, this conversation got me juiced up. There's so much energy and so much information. And don't forget, y'all need to like, subscribe, comment.
Comment. Give us some comments. You got some questions for me or Big O, holler at us. Put it in. We're going to get back to you.
Because we sure trying to keep y'all open and keep y'all well.
Y'all got a topic you want us to talk about? Holler at us. We get it in. If you don't like what the hell we're saying, holler at us. We get it in. Yeah, only thing I say is do your research and come back and show me where I'm lying. Am I
Facts. Right? Facts 100. Hashtag. Let them know. Tell them. Go do your research. Oh, me too. Do your research, you know what I mean? Because I ain't going to need Google. I got the book. Yeah. I got the book in my brain. You know, I'm going to read a page. Turn it. Yo, books are good too.
Books are excellent.
But I learned from books before they had the transfer over of technology, you know, with the beepers and the pay phones and shit. You know, I learned that technology, that age. Now, they got books on the phone now.
Yeah.
Books on laptops. I'd rather read a physical copy of a book. That way I can see where they typed it, if it got an error in it.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can get my other book. This don't say the same thing.
Absolutely. Now, a pandemic. They refuse to call it a pandemic. But if you look up the definition of pandemic, that means that it crossed over continents. And this virus has clearly crossed over continents. It's in Europe.
Pandemic.
It's in Asia. It's in Africa. It's in the United States. It's in Australia. That's pretty much close to all the continents that it got left. So it is a pandemic. And it is a killer to certain folks. They like to say it's folks with weak immune systems, but yet youngsters are getting it. Kids are getting it. They like to say it affects people with age on them, but yet young folks are getting it. So this is I liken this to one of the biblical plagues, Big O, to the plagues. In the Bible, God said He's going to strike them down with pestilence and diseases at the end of times. He's going to strike the monsters down, the heathens down, with pestilence and diseases at the end of times. Could this be one? With all the stuff we just finished talking about, this disease and how powerful it is and how much it changes during its lifespan. Could this be one? Could this be one of the diseases? Or could this just be the beginning, circulating and making this disease even worse than Ebola? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying keep your head up, keep your eyes open, keep your mind from falling into this little damn bubble and a little trap. Expand your mind. Use critical thinking. If something don't make sense, damn it, don't believe it. If it don't make sense in your soul, in your heart, in your mind, don't believe it. Do your research.
Yeah, just because you don't know, that don't mean you can't find out for yourself.
Absolutely.
Don't let nobody tell you anything.
We are in the age of information. Information is right at your fingertips. You can go to any library, and they won't charge you a dime to sit there and read a book. We are so busy. They keep us so busy. We're trying to day-to-day survive. You understand?
Traffic commutes and
yeah.
The pandemic of coronavirus.
Right.
Yeah, they got Kobe dying. I mean, damn.
Every week is something. I mean, think about it. Every week for the last year and a half, it's been something. Every single week, it's always been something major to keep you occupied, to keep your mind off of let me see what the real deal is. Let me see what's really happening.
Yeah, the current events.
They keep you busy.
Now.
They keep you wondering.
You can't catch everything. Fuck.
Absolutely.
How TMZ catch that Kobe thing and leak that shit before anybody? Y'all had some people on there.
The police leaked that out. The police department leaked that out for money. Somebody in the police department got paid for leaking those pictures. You talking about the pictures from Kobe and them dying? They got pictures of the bodies that's been leaked out.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
There's something to my smart news this morning. I ain't got a chance to look at the article because I do my world news on Mondays.
Right.
Just do my little article read. Whatever happened last week, I read it Monday.
Okay.
That way, what's coming this week, I'm already prepared for this week. So I want to know what happened last week, what I might have missed. You know, I look at some of that Kobe stuff. Some other little things. I mean, they got little. I don't look at stuff about rappers. I mean, they had a young cat just died. They say he got home invaded.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, I mean.
Yeah, what was his name? I read up on that too.
Pop Smoke. I guess
Pop
somebody.
Smoke. That's it.
His name detailed how he left. Pop Smoke. Somebody pops some. They pop some smoke. I mean,
these rappers. Listen,
my son, them they know all the new stuff.
All the new
and
rappers.
They ask me, Daddy, why you listen to that boring music? I say, boring. I say, you listen to this story, you'll really get the concept of it. I listen to something that got some meaning behind it. Maybe a man that lost a woman he really cared about because he want to be stupid. I want how not to fuck up. Know how to keep what I got. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to teach me how to survive, that's what you're going to do. Teach me how to survive.
You don't need to. Everybody done talk up under that woman clothes. Everybody gonna talk about how much money they got, how many cars they got. That's not interesting to anybody. Why would you be interested in how much money and cars, clothes, and hoes this man got? You got none of that.
None of it. He ain't got it either. If he wasn't who he was, he wouldn't have it either.
He wouldn't have it either. He wouldn't signed. He wouldn't have signed his name in blood. Lyle Cohen, the tall Israeli. Folks, write that down. Lyle Cohen, the tall Israeli. Google it. Look it up. Research the Cohen family. Research them on your own and come back and comment to us. I dare you. I dare you. They are the ones who run hip-hop. You will not be a millionaire in hip-hop if you don't go through Lyle Cohen and his cartel. 100% fact.
And some of the cons that own some of the labels in the music industry have some of the most elaborate acts in music. Pop was with them. Interscope. You know, that was one. He used to want to try to go in there, and he got what he needed, but see what he had to give up to get it, though. Look at the life that he had. You think this man, smart as he was, he would have had all these problems? And stuff just started happening to him. The more famous he got, more stuff started happening to him. It wasn't like he was really trying to put himself out there, but he was talking while he was rapping and doing things. He would still come and talk to his people and tell the people, "Hey, this is what we need to do. I can help y'all, but y'all got to get there first."
You're not gonna be a positive rapper. They're gonna do you just like they did Nipsey Hussle. That was the young fella name. Nipsey Hussle.
Real nigga.
Nipsey Hussle was a positive fella. Now he rapped anything, but when his actions was, I'm finna go help these brothers.
He was a man at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, I got this money. I got a gift at doing something.
I'm gonna go help these brothers.
Help
you understand?
people.
That's what he was. Now he could have said anything and been in that group to get that money, but after he got the money, he decided this is what and they killed him.
Right, doing something positive.
And they killed him.
He made a statement on the Breakfast Club. I heard him say, he was talking, and he said something, they misconstrued what he said. He said, no, don't do that, because see, the way I said, they gonna look at me. So make sure if you say it, get it right.
Yeah.
And I like how he did that, because no, I didn't say that. This is what I said. They'll turn my words around and use them against me.
Absolutely.
The same thing that Pac Mama told him, say the way that you are, they'll give you what you need, and they're gonna use it against you.
Yeah.
They'll give you the world. The world gonna come to you, but then when something happens, they're gonna blame it on you.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. The cops beat me up, and I ain't shoot a cop, but a kid shot a cop because he had my tape in the car. I ain't say when you see a cop shoot. Right. None of his albums ever say if you see a cop shoot.
But Pac and them, that old style gangster rap, they was just rapping about what they seen and what the truth was, and what the white people didn't believe, or the upper middle class people didn't believe. Anybody who wasn't on their level, they didn't believe that. For the longest time, black people have been talking about the cops pulling us over, beating us up, taking our weed, kicking our ass, locking us up for nothing. For the longest time. Since 1865, when we first got out of goddamn slavery. When the chains first came off. And do you know, before 1865, there was no cops?
Oh, you know what? You're right. Because I see something. That's why they made the NRA thing. When they let the white folks were scared the niggas was going to fuck with them. Yeah. So they made the NRA. So they could bear guns and we couldn't get them. We can get the jobs, but y'all want the... Why y'all scared? I ain't about to come mess with you.
Well, wouldn't you be afraid if you spend 400 years beating, brutalizing,
pillaging,
raping, pillaging, killing, feeding their babies to alligators, cutting the mama's stomach open, buck breaking? Yeah. Wouldn't you be afraid when they finally get turned loose? Don't you think they coming back?
Yeah, I try to run back to that part of that map where you show me they got white people down there. Man, they got white people down there in Asia for real. They was really trying to
Wouldn't you be afraid if you just did that to all those people for years, for hundreds of years?
Right, all the ancestors, all the people. Hey, that's why I think they built us strong too, because we had strong ancestors too. People that didn't have, their spirit couldn't be broke. No matter what you did to them, you could beat on it. You could beat on this because this right here is just temporary. Yeah. But when I go and I leave here, that's a whole lot better.
We had to be strong. We had to be strong just to survive the trip from over there. That 3 months over in the ship eating damn porridge once a day. The 3-month trip, land in the bottom of the boat, chain right next to each other on your side.
Like this.
On your side so they can get more in.
Yeah.
Butt to back. Butt to belly. On your side so they can get more in for 3 months. Eating porridge once a day. To survive that, you had to be damn near Superman or Superwoman. And they took the men and locked them all underneath the ship. They took the women and locked them in the white boys' cabins. The women and little children and little girls and little boys. And locked them in them white boys' cabins. Yeah. The 3 months to survive and come across the ocean and make it here. Just from that. The ones who were sick, they just threw them overboard. They threw so many of us overboard, the sharks started following the ships because they knew they had free meals coming.
Start following the ship because they know they had to worry about swimming looking for it.
Yeah.
No, let's surf a person or something. Nah, we know they're going to throw something off this ship.
Yeah. They knew they had free meals coming. Some estimates come up to 110 million people did not make the trips.
How many?
110 million blacks.